Rich at Silversmithing. Today we're going to talk about draw plates and ways to take big wire and make it smaller wire in case you need to change the gauge of the wire that you're using. And I hope you find this useful, and if you find it entertaining and useful, would you please like it? And if you really like it, subscribe to my channel for more useful information like this, and feel free to share it with others. So let's get started on this tip. Before we get started, I wanted to show you some examples of a draw plate, what they look like. I have 3 of them here. This one I bought years ago in order to take crocheted silver wire, which you crochet into a tube kind of shape, and if you pull it through these in gradually smaller sizes of hole, it kind of smooths it out and pulls it longer and makes it really symmetrical. So that's what I use this one for. This one is a square draw plate, so if you want to take square wire and gradually make it smaller and smaller, you can do that. See, one side's got a kind of a beveled opening. This is the exit. This would be the entrance here. Okay. And this is the one we'll be using today. This one's just a regular plain round wire draw plate. It goes from 10 gauge up to 22 gauge. So and we're actually going to take some 14 gauge wire, which I have here, and reduce it to 16 gauge. So we're going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller, gradually smaller holes until it's the size that we want. Okay. One of the things that people don't realize is when you're using one of these guys, you're pulling a thick wire through a hole that's too small for it. So you're putting a significant amount of force behind the pull, and what that does when it's compressing that wire into that smaller hole, it's doing that process which is called work hardening, where it realigns the molecules in the metal so that they're more in line with each other, and that makes it stronger and stiffer. Not stronger so much as stiffer and harder, I should say. And if we continually do that through gradually smaller holes without softening the metal back up, it's going to crack the metal. So when we're doing this, I'm going to stop in between the holes here and anneal the wire by heating it up to the point where it's kind of a dull red color, and then letting it cool off. And that'll make it gradually a little bit softer so we can pull it through the next hole. So in order to get this piece of 14 gauge wire here started, I'm going to have to file the end flat, and then I'll wax it with some wax. This is a lubricating wax you can use for sawing stuff. I use it to lubricate the wire so I can pull it through these draw plates more easily. So that's a trick you can use. But yeah, let's get started on this. So to start with, I'm just going to file it a little bit on the end here so I can get it started through that hole. We're going to use a tool called a draw tongs in order to pull it through that initial part. We're going to use a draw tongs to pull it all the way through the hole. Let's see, so 14's right there. Just need to get enough through there so I can get a grab on it with the draw tongs like that. Okay, so I'm going to go over to a place where we can pull on this. Okay, just to hold the draw plate in place, I've just put a couple of blocks of wood and clamped them right onto the workbench surface here. These are draw tongs. They just got kind of a corrugated surface to grab stuff with in there, and hopefully I've left myself enough room to do this. But I'm going to grab this here. Oh, before I do that, put a little wax there. I'll lube up this wire a little bit with some wax. Okay. And I'm just going to hold tight. through there. You can see it's stiffened it a little bit already, so I'm going to try and pull it through one more time before I anneal it. Save myself a little time, but I'm going to file the end just a little bit skinnier again so it can get through the next down size hole, next smaller hole. Okay, so we just did that one, so we got to go to this next one here. Okay, looks like we can get it through there. Grab on that thing. You can tell that that one was a little bit tighter because number one, it was quite a bit harder to pull through there, and number two, this is actually hot now from doing that. So I'm going to quickly go anneal this here, and then I'll come back and we'll pull it a couple more times. Alright, so that is now 16 gauge wire instead of 14 gauge wire, and that's the size that I needed. So. Alright, one of the things you also probably noticed is that the length of the wire was significantly longer by the time I pulled it through all the successive holes. So that is also something you'll notice. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this tip and find it useful, and if you did, would you please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with others? I'd appreciate it, and thanks again. Happy silversmithing.